Hello, everyone. My name is Zachary Mortensen, one half of the Morty Bros, and my other brother that you can see on your screen here is Bryce Mortensen. Today, we're going to go over just what has happened so far in NFL free agency,
and
and
we'll,
we'll
and we're gonna say who we want our team to still get.
yes, that as well.
Let's get
So,
it.
but yes, sir.
Well, by the way, happy birthday, Matt Gay.
Matt Gay, yeah, Matt Gay. Woo!
The Buffalo Bills. Okay, they Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, Curtis Samuel's good.
This was a
We'll have
great
to get
resigning.
in change of pace because he'll be able to go in and get some balls around the line of scrimmage, even getting the
Yeah.
ball handed off. He'll be able to create a lot of different looks. I kind of want to see. I'm a big fan of like triple options. Like I don't think any team, especially in the NFL, should be running exclusively triple options. But like I think options
Minus if you're the Ravens.
like like the Buffalo Bills, if they have this roster, with James Cook, Josh Allen, and now Curtis Samuel, and also having Stephon Diggs, I
The
think that'd
one,
be a great.
yeah, the one team that I could say could play triple option every play and be fine is the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes, I know, especially now that they have Derrick Henry.
They can literally do anything. But like I say the biggest signing was a re-signing in Dion Dawkins.
Yeah,
Like I was shocked that they extended him.
yeah, they absolutely need to protect Josh Allen
And they
because if he's not
lost so
protected,
many
he's going to
people.
regress, and then he's also going to throw a lot more interceptions. He's going to be under pressure. He's going to make uh, ill calculated decisions, and it's going to cost Buffalo Bills.
Which they
So he
still
needs to
lost.
be protected.
They
But I
still
was also
lost a
kind of,
lot of people.
oh yeah, well that's mainly because they released a lot of people because they paid people too much because of the whole NFL how they have it, where with dead money and how everything is not. They released him and then they brought him back because they didn't want to pay him all the money that they said they would because it wasn't fully guaranteed.
Yeah, and
Which
Jordan
is
Poyer went to the Dolphins.
ridiculous. Oh,
But
this be
yeah,
the Dolphins.
this is the Dolphins. He
Oh,
went
okay.
to the Dolphins.
Oh, you scrolled all the way. I thought you were still on the Bills.
No, they didn't re-sign him.
Yeah, and then I know Tre'Davious White isn't he still a free agent at the moment? But he is, I
He's
believe, still
injury
coming off.
prone.
Yes, if healthy though, like he could probably get a 1 year prove it deal at a decent price for a
Wasn't
contender.
Jordan Poyer on the Browns at one point, or was that the other
Yes,
safety?
he was. It was another. He was good on the Browns. I don't know why we ever let him go.
I wasn't sure if it
If
was
like
him
we're
or
the
Mika
Browns
Hyde.
and we do stupid things like that and we let people go that we have no business letting leave Cleveland and we end up with worse players and we're worse off for it. But that's just what being a Browns fan. It's just one of the many perks of being a Browns fan.
Happy I'm not. I don't have that perk. I
We
have
have
a
the
super.
perk of old quarterback,
I my team.
except for AR. But he if he does not slide and actually become a smarter runner,
Well,
you're
Carson Wentz wasn't old.
it was old-ish.
I don't know why we didn't resign him, but that's neither here nor
I
there.
thought you traded him to the
Yeah,
Commanders.
that made no sense to me. Like he was fine. Let's get it. Now the Dolphins. By the way, I want to mention this year is really good at signing to your rival. But obviously, obviously the big name, Jonnu Smith leaving the Patriots to go to the Dolphins. That's a big name right there.
Well, I also got Jordan Brooks and
And
Anthony Walker, Kendall Fuller, like they and Jordan Poyer. Yes.
I'm assuming you're mad that about the Anthony Walker one.
Well, we got Jordan Hicks, and then I know we also just signed Devin Bush yesterday.
Yeah. Now to the
Devin Bush
Patriots.
can be really good. It's just will he be consistent and play to his full capabilities, I hope so. I don't think with our defensive scheme and the threats that we have outside and inside, he's not gonna need to be the guy on defense. He's not gonna need to be the captain. He's not going to need to get all the tackles and run the defense.
Yeah.
But if he does
Now,
end up doing so, that would be great.
yeah, with the Patriots, we're gonna start going a little faster so we can hit all 32 teams. But obviously,
Unless
with
you
our
want to
team,
just the AFC today, and we
yeah,
can
we
do the
can,
NFC.
that works. Well, tomorrow's video will be the NFC.
So then you
The
guys have you have more content to
three
look for.
3 days.
3 straight days of content, guys. And there will be more content with March Madness coming up. I know this is not NFL free agency related, it's channel related. There will be
Well,
more content.
definitely, there'll definitely be more shorts.
Yes.
Mainly, March Madness will be mainly shorts, though.
Yeah.
Let's get it. For the Patriots, obviously, my favorite player in the league, signing with one of my least favorite teams, Jacoby Brissett. Love you. I wish you came to be a backup on my team. You're better than our current backup that we signed a few days ago, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. This is a Zeke replacement, pretty much. Or
Bryce, the one stat you need to know with those two is 4-7 against 4-1.
do you mean by that? Those numbers?
We'll get into it.
Okay.
No, I'll just tell you. Jacoby Brissett was 4-7 with the Browns in the regular season, and Joe Flacco was 4-1 with the Browns in the
Okay.
regular.
Jacoby Brissett is a monster, and you even agree he was more efficient than Joe Flacco was on your team. You even said that
Yeah,
Joe Flacco had more. You said Joe Flacco had more.
well,
And
Joe Flacco, he can throw a good ball, but he does tend to make bad decisions sometimes.
yeah. And yeah, the
But
Patriots
it
didn't
didn't really
really
that much until the playoffs.
yeah, the
But hey,
Patriots didn't really do anything. But they did
they
get their Mike Owanu is a
and
good one.
Jennings, Shea, and Bourne.
Yeah. And your boy Sione Takitaki.
Oh,
And who knows with the franchise tag.
no, it was the transition tag.
Okay. Who knows? The Jets didn't really do anything. They might have signed their starter because they might have the vice president.
There's no way on earth that that would happen.
I know. I don't want it to happen.
But if RFK even was like, "Yo, Aaron Rodgers is going to be my running mate," and even if that happens, this is no way endorsing or saying anything about our political beliefs. It's just pure facts based on the support for the two parties that there will not be a third party president
Yeah.
unless RFKJ wins a state, nobody gets 270, and then I think House of Representatives decides, but they're gonna whoever wins the majority is just gonna vote for their
Yeah.
guy.
Exactly. Yeah. For this one, the Jets didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Look, like Greg Zerline is old.
Yeah.
Former Browns kicker.
He was never a Browns kicker.
Oh, I thought he was.
No, I would have loved for him to be. I would have loved to have Greg the Leg back in the day.
The Ravens.
Josh Johnson, a career backup, which I guess they need a backup. Isn't Tyler Huntley a free agent?
Yes, that's who exactly. Other than Jacoby Brissett, that's exactly who I wanted in free agency as a backup. Because, like, for me personally, I'll get to it when we get to the Joe Flacco signing. I'll
The
get to it.
the English football Colts.
Yes, and yeah, they Baltimore really only. But the one thing they did, they lost a massive piece in Patrick Queen. Like he was, I know he's their second middle linebacker, but like with the Ravens defense, that's what they do.
Yeah, and I don't even know if they're going to be able to re-sign Pierce.
I
But at least
know.
they're Matabike back. But that running offense, oh my gosh, is going to
Have fun. Have fun.
be in my
Happy. I'm happy I don't have to play the Ravens this year, even though we did beat the Ravens because of the refs. But I don't want. But that's besides the point.
Yeah, I'm so happy that we have to play the Ravens twice. Yay!
Ravens, Bengals. You got a big piece right here. Like I've loved Zach Moss since his college days. Utah for life, and yeah, that's a big
But
piece. Like
they did get a deal done with T. Higgins,
they have
or
not.
I
They haven't
I know
traded him either.
to get done. But that Sheldon Rankins signing seems to
Michael
probably
Lynch,
shore up. Yeah, I
Michael
guess
Lynch,
just to replace Irv Smith Jr. It's good that
yeah,
they got Geno Stone to effectively replace Jesse Bates.
yeah. But
And
their big free agent came last off season in Brown,
yeah, I know
Orlando, who
Orlando
hasn't,
Brown.
yeah, who hasn't really been good in and yeah, not Baltimore, Cincinnati, but he's still better than what they had.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, I believe isn't DJ Reader also a free agent?
Yes, I'm not sure if he's signed yet though.
It does not appear that he has signed.
Okay, now I will be quiet here. This is your team.
I'm not Andrew Berry, so I'll just trust him with the Jameis Winston. I think it's probably just because of the age and his ability to move better than Joe Flacco. But they both can sling the ball and they both can throw a lot of interceptions. I think it's essentially they can play very much the same, but Joe Flacco had the experience in the offense and led us to the playoffs. I just felt that it would have been better going with Joe Flacco, but I feel that this was mainly a more of an age decision. The Jerry Judy trade, with only giving up a fifth and a sixth round for 1 year, should be good. Hopefully, he can actually perform to his true potential that we were expecting him to be coming out of college. I personally had him as the best receiver in his class, which, if we look back now, obviously that's Justin Jefferson, and a lot would have
It's
to
not,
happen to
not
change
even
that.
close.
Yeah, like Justin Jefferson would have to like retire, and then Jerry Judy would have to like
Well, he
get like
might.
12
Yeah, he might retire if he.
years at least. It was good resigning Zadarius Smith. Hopefully, he can be more consistent and have more of an impact.
Yeah, you resigned these two guys too.
Resign Adam Trotman. He was on the Broncos.
Yeah, why does it say you resigned Adam Trotman?
Unless if we signed him to like one of those reserved future contracts after the end of the season.
Very well might have. He might have been
Uh,
on one of the practice squads.
yeah. A good thing we got Boho back. Uh, Hicks and Bush. I'm excited to see what they will be able to do in linebacker, particularly on the inside, especially with us losing Anthony Walker and Sione Taki Taki. in free agency, and
Did he
thankfully,
sign a former Colts running back?
Naeem Hines. Yeah,
I don't know why
he,
he's not showing up here,
I'm assuming
but
he's going to return man.
he's a monster at returning.
I wasn't saying he wasn't, because I know in 2022 he had the touchdown to two touch return touchdown game.
But the one problem that it is, he's coming off an ACL tear.
I know.
Well, it's all his fault. Well, sort of.
On to the Steelers.
Okay, there's collusion here. They signed Patrick Queen. That's all that's their biggest move this offseason is that's a wonderful deal for Patrick Queen.
Even better than getting Russell Wilson.
Well, he now is confirmed the starter.
Yeah, I don't know why people were hating on his play. It wasn't what he was, but he still had a 26-8 touchdown interception ratio. He was still fairly efficient. He can still throw the deep ball. He was just in a bad situation, and it
with a
doesn't.
bad coach.
Yeah, it doesn't help when there are times when your team gives up 70. There's only so much you can do when the rest of your team is inept at times.
Yeah, but like this is for the Steelers. You should not have traded Kenny Pickett. He still has 2 more years on that rookie contract. Like you could have him sit behind Russell Wilson for this 1 year and then put him back there.
Yeah.
That made no sense to me. What even was the trade? I just know he got traded to the
Like fourth round, like it was just late round picks.
it makes I'm assuming you're happy about that though.
Yeah, but I'm also scratching my head like, why would you do that?
Like you just not last year, not well, 2 drafts ago at this point, you select him in the first round. You don't
Yeah,
you
20th overall.
and he wasn't that bad. If it's Zach Wilson, I understand.
Yeah.
Texans. I want to say this. This was a terrible like extension on Joe Mixon.
Yeah, the trade wasn't bad, but the extension was.
For a
And
seventh
the
round.
I think they overpaid for Dalton Schultz.
I think like Daniil Hunter might have been a little overpay.
I don't know. He had 16 and a half sacks. He consistently gets those sacks. If he's healthy, it's going to be a great signing, especially with them getting Aziz Al-Shair and
Yeah,
Danico.
but they lost their other edge rush. Yeah, the Vikings and then pretty much traded edge rushers.
Yeah,
Other than
but Hunter is better than, wasn't it
whoever.
Greenard?
Yeah, Grenard. But yeah, uh, Audrey's getting old. Like he's an interior offensive lineman. They
Defense.
interior defensive lineman. Jeff Okuda, career
Boy,
backup. Jeff Okuda is a career backup.
no, he's going to show out, especially
Fairbairn.
with
I always saying that because he's an Ohio State corner.
he was just so good in college. It makes no sense that he hasn't done anything in the NFL.
The Lions and Panthers have ruined it. I think it
You
was
mean the?
yeah, the Falcons. I meant the Falcons.
I will
Here,
shut up, even though I like this team too.
but it's my team. I need it.
I will only comment on Joe Flacco. Oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
Michael Pitt got an extension. That's good for you guys.
Yeah. Joe Flacco. I'm gonna say this. If you like he's 100 you don't pay 8.7 million for a backup. First off.
Uh,
And secondly, a if you want to back up, you have to do it with a guy who has the same play style as your actual starter. And their play styles are 100% polar opposites. AR either runs or slings it down the field. Oh, Joe Flacco, pretty much just check downs and stays in the pocket. He's a pocket passer.
Okay, yeah, but he can throw it on the run. And did you see some of these deep balls that he threw?
Did he also see what defenses he was playing?
I don't think that always necessarily matters because if you can throw it pinpoint accuracy
But you
on a
have,
ball that
but
far,
you shouldn't have that for a backup though.
it's up to that's like incentives. It's four and a
I know
half
it's
million.
like he's not getting
That's
to that.
probably having taking into account if he becomes the starter because of an injury to AR5. It is probably incentive based on his stats, which if AR5 is healthy, you will be only paying him 4.5 million.
Obviously, I would have preferred Michael Pittman, but former Oklahoma running back, I'll take. And Trey Sermon, Oklahoma.
Day as well because that is where he left for the NFL. With that logic, Joe Burrow, yes, he's an Ohio State graduate, is more of an Ohio State quarterback than Trey Sermon was an Oklahoma running back.
Michael Pittman Jr. I remember re-signing him. I remember the franchise tag, and like I watched his video earlier today saying like Chris Chris Bauer would not let him even speak to other teams. He was like, "I'm getting this deal done, and you're not going to be able to speak to other teams. We're getting this deal done." And they got it done before legal tampering.
Nice.
And Tyquan Lewis, love the re-signing. Janot Avery, fine. And we don't need I know we need a backup D tackle, but he's not going to really play. And because like our two D tackles are very tough, often don't get injured very often. So he's going to only play let's say like up to five snaps a game, really, if even that. Because
So Colts not really swap out their D linemen and keep them fresh.
well, we do, but we have like a thing where like we have Grover and DeForest, so like it really doesn't. Yeah, Big Grove and Defoe. I don't really think that we're going to use him very often, but like I just think like we a little overpaid for what it is, but it's fine.
Okay. Wait.
I love Zaire Franklin. He performed the previous one, so it's it. Kenny Moore signing the biggest slot on corner or contract of all time. He very well might do it again in 3 years. Ronnie Harrison, and isn't he the second?
The third.
Ronnie Harrison. He played on your team a few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
And I'm assuming you still wish you had him. We re-signed him, and Rigoberto Sanchez, like the previous 2 years was freak reasons why he wasn't here. But obviously he played last year, but the 2 seasons before he had cancer and it was either an ACL or an Achilles tear. So I'll take it. Now we could go to the Jaguars. Now we can both talk about the Jaguars. Mac Jones, whatever. Do you agree? Mac Jones, whatever.
Yeah. Dearness Johnson,
National
he put back up to just fill in if ETN gets hurt.
Gabe Davis, that's a little overpay.
Yeah. Especially with the max value of 50 mil.
Devin Duvernay, okay. He was pretty much iffy with the Ravens.
Yeah.
Blake Hence, he signed an extension, so he's still there. As
He's
Joe
just a
Cleveland.
by name play.
Yep, Cleveland is going back to Jacksonville. Oh, he pretty much got traded a few years ago, or it might have been last season to the Vikings, and then he just decided to go back.
Yeah.
Mitch Morris, wonderful signing right there. Josh Allen does not have a deal yet. So we don't even know if he will be willing to play on the tag.
Yeah, but if he gets a deal, it will definitely be bigger than the Brian Burns deal.
Yes. Eric Armstead, I think it was a little overpay.
Yes.
Like they traded the
But
long
though, if they get Josh Allen back and he's actually willing to play with them, that would be
yeah.
that's pretty good.
The
Like,
49ers a few years ago traded the wrong D lineman. Just want to make that clear. Do you agree, Zach?
yeah.
Yeah. Ronald Darby, fine. Darnell Savage to a 3-year contract, pretty good deal. Titans, I need you to talk about Mason Rudolph.
That just means they're gonna suck and they have a racist on their team.
Well, they have Will Levis as their starter.
I know. I'm just saying.
It's
It's
actually a decent deal. Like he actually almost won that playoff game. Well, what I mean by almost, like, you know,
yeah, he definitely did not almost win that playoff game. It was
it's closer than your game. That's why I can say almost. Tony Pollard, that made me scratch my head.
yeah.
I'm like okay, like he might be a backup.
Well, he's now going back to the state of Tennessee to play football, where he played college football at Memphis.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley overpaid.
He,
That's all I have to say.
he didn't even really play like a. So he had the 4 year, at least 50 million guaranteed. He did not play like a $12.5 million player last year.
No, no, he did not. No, it's 92 million.
I know. I'm saying guaranteed at the bare minimum.
Oh, yeah. No, he did not. I shouldn't. I know his team beat my team twice last year, but he did not. He was.
Yeah, his team didn't beat my team, and I was
Well,
there.
well,
Suck.
well. They also played that. We played them when they were actually not falling off a cliff. We also
Okay.
played them with healthy Trevor Lawrence. You played them with injured Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, but we
And
played
you
them.
still almost lost. And you still almost lost.
Okay.
Yeah. Cashmere, fine.
Whoosh.
Cash and Barry, that's that's a good deal. Nick Folk, good 1 year deal. Morgan Cox, good deal. It's a 1 year deal, fine. Yeah, it's like their deals this year made me scratch my head. How about you?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
Broncos not doing squad pretty much. I think
Except
they're
for treating Russell Wilson and treating Jerry Judy.
yeah, like I think what they're trying to do is go to the sewers for Shador.
I was it only two? Oh no, wait, no.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the first round pick next year, so they might be going to the sewers for Shador. I think that's what they would call it.
Sewers for Ewers.
They could call it that too, but I since he's from Colorado, that's why I'm saying going to the sewers for Shador.
Well, he's only in from
Or
Colorado because
or
of
we
the
could say or we could say going to the lure for Shador.
I don't know, maybe.
But yeah, they didn't do anything. Like Will Lutz was a good kicker last year. So yeah. Other than
Yeah,
that, there's
back after he was initially planning to sign with the Jaguars,
yeah, he
so he
snaked the
probably
Jaguars.
happy with that.
Chiefs.
Why?
Yes. Why? Guys, don't let them sign anything.
Yeah, now they got Marquise Brown.
Yeah,
That's just
now they might
he's
have.
gonna have like 1,200 yards receiving
I know. Like,
if he's
but Rice is pretty much that type of player too.
yeah.
But yeah, why? And
And
Snead
then they
might.
got Chris Jones back.
It
Man,
is so ridiculous. Look at that contract.
I know that is obscene.
And now they might pay Snead.
Yeah,
Yeah. Raiders, a little overpaid for Gardner Minshew, but it's only a 2 year deal. So it's not like
I'd say they overpaid for Christian Wilkins.
that too. But
He was not worth $27.5 million a year.
but
At
but him next to
Crosby though, yeah, that
that's
would
gonna
be
be actually
really,
not across.
really.
They're gonna be right next to each other.
Oh yeah,
Like I don't want to play on that side.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to either.
Easton Stick. Yeah, they released a wide receiver and they traded the other one. So is their number one guy Quentin Johnson now,
Yeah,
who can't even catch?
yeah, or Josh Palmer.
I think they're going to draft a wide receiver now.
Yeah, it
I
wouldn't
thought they were
surprise.
going to draft. I thought they were going to get either a defensive guy or I meant an offensive lineman or a tight end in Brock Bowers.
Yeah, and they
But
still
they
need to
signed,
back because Gus Edwards is injury prone.
but they're not going to draft a running back with the sixth pick.
Oh, I know that. I'm just
Oh,
saying later.
I'm saying this
Like I
year. There's
like Blake Corum in the third or fourth round if he's still there.
like Bijan was an anomaly.
Yeah.
Yep, that's our that. Now we're gonna say who we want our teams to sign or trade for. How about this? We'll have one more signing, one re-signing, and one trade for each of us. Does that work,
Okay.
Zach?
Resign. Could that include extending somebody?
If they're like able to be re-signed, extended. Do you know what I mean?
I extend JOK. Sign DJ Reader.
You have to
And
have the money for these things.
I know they're just gonna make it so then we owe Deshaun Watson like $20 million for 3 years after he's not out within his contract.
Yeah.
Like they're doing with players. Like they just renegotiated Jerry Judy's contract yesterday. He's gonna be making like 2 million. He's gonna be like $2.5 million against the cap for 3 seasons. For the next 3 seasons after this one, when he's
Couldn't you
not even
just
on contract for the Browns.
couldn't you just like eat it this year?
Yeah, the Browns. It would be nice if they would just eat it and reset, or send a lot over to the point where we would roll over so much that it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, who do you want to sign? Oh, you already said. How about trade for? Obviously, it
Right.
has to be realistic. So you can't be like, we're trading for Patrick Mahomes.
Um, trade for. Well, we got Jameis Winston. I would have said we could have given up like a sixth or a seventh rounder for Justin Fields.
Oh, we can also say, and who do we want to draft with our first pick?
That I don't know. I don't know who's really going to be available. The best guy available. Because we have a second round pick. I just want the best guy available. Because if that far out, we're going strictly on need. We could be vastly overreaching for the draft pick position that we are currently in.
But yeah, who would you trade for?
Who would we trade for?
Let me guess, T. Higgins, but there's no way that's happening.
Yeah, no, I know. We trade Jameis Winston for Joe Flacco.
I'd be fine with that. I love famous Jameis.
That's what I want.
Because also, famous Jameis has a similar play style to AR. So yeah.
But your team should get to be a backup quarterback, or at least to be a practice squad quarterback. You should get Malik Cunningham.
Or Joe Milton
I
in the later
guess.
round. He has an arm.
I know, but it's just, do you really want to spend a draft pick on a quarterback that's not even supposed to be your starting quarterback?
Well, we could have him at like the Joe Milton in the later rounds, like 6 or
Yeah.
7. If he's there in 6 or 7, then sure. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, for me, who I want to re-sign, obviously, it's the man from the U himself, Julian Blackman. He's still in free agency, so like it would technically be a signing, but will you consider that a signing?
Yeah, because he was on your team last year.
Yep, the man from the U himself, Julian Blackman, who I want to trade for. Obviously, L'Jarius Sneed. We need help in the secondary, and apparently, the trade is already done. We're just waiting for this guy to say I don't want I don't want to. I'm fine with being traded.
He's like, I'm cool with going to Indianapolis.
Yeah, we're just waiting for him. The trade is apparently already done. We're just waiting for him. That's just per sources, not from. I'm just
The
not making. Yeah, I'm just not making stuff up.
No, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
who I would like to sign, Quandre Diggs. Like we need help. I want him right next to Julian Black in our safety room. And for draft, obviously, I want like a Brock Bowers or like Latu, Latu. But yeah, that's it, guys. On free agency. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.